Really interesting. Okay, listen to this story, because a lady ends up eating her, it's about a famine. And I want you to, she eats her kid. Okay? So listen. Sometime later, however, King Ben-Hadad of Aram mobilized his entire army and besieged Samaria. As a result, there was a great famine in the city. After a while, even a donkey's head sold for 2 pounds of silver, and a cup of dove's dung cost about 2 ounces of silver. Now, that's supposed to be really expensive.
The union leader's telling me this crisis isn't going to be over anytime soon. There's no switch to flip to turn this operation into 24/7 at every piece of this puzzle. They warned me this crisis could continue into next year's holiday season. Kira.
I sure hope not. Kaylee Hartung there from the largest port in the country, by the way, Los Angeles. Thank you so much, Kaylee. Well, these global supply chain issues severely impact the distribution of goods on an international scale, and as we've seen, have a very visible effect here in the United States. Sharply higher prices for food and energy, but also cars, clothing, and furniture, among other goods and services, is an everyday issue that is directly hurting consumers' wallets. So how can you expect it to hit yours? ABC News business correspondent Deidre Bolton joining us now, hopefully with the answer to that question and more. Deidre, give us the big picture, okay? How will the price hikes from the shipping backlog that we're watching and Kaylee explained affect the pricing on everyday essentials that people need from day to day? I mean, I'm already seeing it when I go into various stores. Empty shelves, higher prices. It's right in front of our face.
That is exactly right, Kira. It is already here. And I just want to give you or share with you this big picture view that I have heard from business leaders. For example, CEO of Columbia Sportswear, from economists, from people who own software and logistics companies. Each one of them has told me, we have never seen anything like this. It is a unique set of circumstances. In some cases, Kira, as you say, we're already seeing it, and quite frankly, there's not that much that consumers can do about it. I'm thinking of something simple like petrochemicals, right? We don't often think of that day to day, but that affects somebody who's redoing his or her bathroom, right? That means paints are in scarce supply or more expensive. PVC piping, again, that's used in so many plumbing projects. So for those kinds of big goods, really just patience is important, and most consumer advocates tell me, listen, if you see something that you think is fairly priced for a project that you need to do, just buy it, because maybe it won't be there in a month, or maybe it will be at a much higher price. Food-wise, you alluded to that as well. A lot of people that I've been speaking with here locally say the best thing to do is to buy local. If you can go to a farmer's market, if you can go to a store that is sourced by local providers, that should help contain some of the costs, in that those truck drivers are not moving cross-country or to a different part of where you are, and that is one way to manage at least food costs. Kira.
That's actually great advice. I mean,